Today's the 10th of November, and I just wanted to cover a position on Australian US dollar, which has seen since the high of the date of the 8th of November, the close at the 8th of November at 21.59 incidentally. We have seen a very clear five-wave decline with the completions of a zigzag correction. And I just want to break this down. If we look at this firstly on the 15-minute chart, with wave 1 with an ABC, very clear expanded flat correction. The third wave then breaks down into its own five-wave sequence with a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 for wave 3, then an ABC 4, and then the fifth wave decline. After every five-wave sequence under the wave principle, there is a subsequent correction. And if we look at the hourly chart, we can see we have a wave 1, ABC 2. This is the same expanded flat, but shown in an hourly chart. The breakdown of the third wave independently doesn't show in an hourly chart, neither does the fourth wave correction. So we're just looking at the candle extremes from wave 3 to wave 4, and then the fifth wave. Incidentally, under Elliott Wave perspective, in my own view, candlestick analysis is redundant. So, and that is due to time frame alignment from what your chart is actually based upon to the position of the market from an Elliott Wave perspective, i.e. they will not align, which is why you cannot see the subdivisions of this five-wave sequence. From an alignment perspective, all that's shown is wave 1 and 2. But this is the hourly chart, so we have what is now labelled as a wave 1. We have an A wave advance followed by an ABC correction, and if we look at this, it's absolutely perfect, as was written almost 85 years ago now by R.N. Elliott, and that a connecting B wave of a zigzag is normally another zigzag. And we can see we have a wave 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This is an ABC. This is a perfect three-wave advance in a 5-minute chart. ABC for B, so A, B, and then again this is a perfect five-wave decline in a 5-minute chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, you can't see the tiny alignment of the second wave in this 15-minute chart due to that point which I've covered. But since the ABC decline, there has been a rally with what looks to be so far as a wave 1, 2, because if this is a zigzag, we have wave A and B, we need another 5. And as far as I can tell at this moment in time, we have waves 1 and 2. And if we look at that on a 5-minute chart, let's just take this back a bit to here. And again, this is a very, very tiny piece of data. And 1 second, my system seems to have hit a bit of a snag. Going very, very slowly. Here we go. So if I just bring that in sort of manually like that. This piece of data here is shown here on an hourly chart, which is a 1, 2. But again, we can see the perfect breakdown. We would need to see a 5-wave advance followed by a 3 or 5, 3, 5, or an ABC or another zigzag for this tiny 1, 2, or a flat correction from that point of time. But you can see here, if we look at the wave 1, you can see the breakdown with a wave 1, 2, 3, third wave here, the market came down, came up, came down. So internally this is an A, B, C, 4 and then 5. Excuse me, and then we reach an A wave, B wave, and then again you can see a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 for C. So we have a flat correction within here. So from my point of view, since the 1 ABC2, we have a wave 3, which so far has retraced from a retracement perspective of the entire decline 76.4. Oh, bear 1 second, my system's very, very twitchy this morning for some reason. But we have 1, 2, 3, which has retraced 76.4 of this entire decline to the downside. So from a counting perspective and from a perspective of this zigzag being complete, we would need to see waves 4 and 5 that would then enable the position to be labelled with wave C and possibly wave 2. The blue line here, again from a Fibonacci projection perspective, if we take the measurement of wave A and project that from wave B, wave C of an ABC zigzag would equal wave A at this level here, 100%. So from the completion of our third wave, the fourth wave, and then a fifth wave, it's highly likely that this price level here will be taken out to the upside, and we'd see C possibly equal 100% of A or something thereabouts. So it's going to be for this wave 1 and 2, which what this could be potentially labelled, the C wave is going to exceed, or the net retracement is going to exceed 76.4 of the entire decline. So it's going to be a very deep correction, which is a common occurrence with zigzags in second wave positions. They're very deep corrective structures, and you can see here what would eventually be labelled on this 360-minute chart a wave 1 decline. This is our zigzag A, B, C, 2, but this is yet to complete. So my understanding is that we have 1, 2, 3, we need 4 and 5. Incidentally, just as a final point, from this wave 1 advance, B waves in zigzags are highly common to retrace 50 or 61.8% of the preceding A wave, and you can see here that we have an A, B, C decline, and this is the 61.8 of this A wave advance. So we'll continue to watch an update and see if waves 4 and 5 are seen, that would then enable this chart to be labelled with a 1, A, B, C, 2. So we'll see how this position unfolds over the coming hours. You'll certainly see today, which is the 10th, you'll see wave 4 and 5 finish, I would think, within the next 24 hours easily. So we'll see if the 10th produces a net decline possibly for this currency pair, but I think we would certainly see the completion of this C wave. So we'll continue to watch an update and see how the position unfolds.